Call Halayim, Layahau Bashim Shai, Bahara Kakwadash. Shalom to the hopeful elect. You know, the ones preaching and prophesying the truth out there. So today we're going to talk about a skill. You know, you should have a set of skills. A set is 3 or more things put together. You know, like can you start a fire? Basic stuff. Can you chop wood? Do you know how to collect water and purify it? Make it drinkable for you? Growing your own food? Hunting? Those are all good things. And if anybody has that set of skills, you're a high value individual. You're high value. And that is all that needs to be said about that. Just you can grow your own food, right? So let's talk about just growing food. Just growing your own food. First, you take your brain and then you say, I want to fucking grow food. And then your brain will, in turn, think of ways to do it. And then you'll end up doing it, because it's not that easy. So today we're going to talk about wanting to grow your own, and the reasons why. Lord willing, I'm going to do a series on this. So this will be the introductory, video. So, I'll give updates on the camp too. On this one series. So how to improve your health, and it helps with growing. Alright, that's the first one. Because you're putting food inside your body, and your body's taking the nutrients from that food to rebuild itself, to repair itself, to, give you energy. Every cell in your body reproduces itself, but it needs some material to do it. You have to have good minerals in it. What I mean by good is non-GMO. So, first thing you got to do is decide what you're going to grow. What are you going to grow to eat? I suggest if you have a backyard, or if you have a backyard, do the most that you can. Like, I have a backyard, right? And in that backyard, I have about 50 plants, because I have a little section, 25 feet squared. So that's 25 feet by 25 feet by 25 feet by 25 feet. And then you gotta space your plants apart, because it will get big. Like tomatoes get big, eggplants get big, everything you plant will be big. So I'll tell you what I planted. I planted seeded watermelon, cantaloupe, pumpkin, eggplant, beefsteak tomato, cherry tomato, and I think that's about it. And sunflower. So that's what I planted now. That's about seven things, right? But you could do as much as you can. And when it started, there were about 70 seeds, right? Right now there's about 50 60 plants out there. And you got to keep watering them. The soil has got to be perfect for them, for the roots to grow. So this is what you have to know about growing your own food. You pick what you want to grow. You grow during the seasons that the best plants to grow. So you're just not going to grow tomatoes all year, because tomatoes don't grow all year. Eggplants and all that shit, that's all summer stuff. You know? You can grow zucchini, squash, tomato, eggplant, pumpkin, cantaloupe, watermelon, honeydew, all that good stuff. Peppers. So, you know, pick what you're gonna grow. Then you buy the seeds. Then how you start them is also important. Because the way you're gonna start them is you're gonna put them either in soil you get from the Home Depot or Lowe's or something. But you're gonna have to buy soil, or you can make your own soil. If you make your own soil, it'll be better for you in the long run. It's more expensive that way. We'll talk about that later. But when you're growing, you pick out what you want to grow, and then you have to make sure that you're going to feed that to sustain the plants. So you're going to need, for let's say you want to grow an eggplant, you need about a foot squared of area or land, or maybe a big pot. Like the bigger the pot, the better. But you can make them share. Like you can share a pot with 3 or 4 different plants. They also have this thing called the sister plants, which is all the plants that you can grow together in one pot or in one area. So I have, I have a hole. It's about 2 feet wide in circumference around, so it's 2 feet, and then I dug it about 2 feet deep, and I put nutrients in the plant, in the soil, because they're like fertilizer. You can use manure, because that dirt is basically sand and it has no nutrients. And then you let it grow, and then you'll start seeing it change. But then you have to pick what you want to grow and then stick to it. So next we'll talk about soil and pots, because if you're going to grow in pots, you need to have certain kind of soil. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.